Okay, today we're just going to be going over a few basic things. First one we're going to be looking at is what I recommend as kind of your basic controls and video options. When it comes to your resolution, avoid 4K or above. Like, this is probably where I cap it out. It just becomes unplayable. All the text is too small. Not worth it. Max FPS, look, just set all this to maybe your monitor's refresh rate or lower. Personally, I don't like blur, glare, or the photo modes. They just don't look that great. If you're having trouble getting high FPS, turn down things like your shadows. Textures can be lowered to about mid, and obviously shadows here and water waves. That will give you your best bang for your buck. Character. I highly recommend inverting your camera so it's a more generic kind of system. Battle recorder is also worth having on, and turn off camera follow. This one is quite important when it comes to kiting, as if you try to do it without it, I'll show you quickly, you'll turn around and face stuff unless you hold down right click. So as you can see, if I want to cast that again and I now face it, it's a bit of a pain and it's a very quick way to die. Whereas if you get rid of that and I don't even need to look where I'm going now or where I'm attacking. So that's one thing I'd highly recommend. It's something that you should always do, especially if you're doing things like kiting and power leveling people through some high level stuff. I'd also get rid of things like the jelly effect because it's just stupid. It's just a screen shake. Moving mouse is another one that you can actually turn off if you want. That's just allowing you to click on the ground with left click and move around, or right click if you've got invert camera on still. Another one we're going to look at is going to be your weapons, being able to level them up or not. So up here you've got gear upgrade. As you can see here, I've got my Devil Tempo plus 5. That's currently level 38 out of 50. When you put an item in here, it can be basically any item, you put it in here and it'll ask you, do you want to stop doing your current one, or it won't even give you this option if it's your first time. You can pick in order of preference what you want the stats to go into as it levels up, and it will prioritize them to greater or lesser extents depending on where it is. So in this case, I tend to play Bard a lot, and I also tend to do a lot of power leveling for guildmates, so evasion is quite important for me, followed by magic attack and healing, mostly to heal others when they decide to pull off me. So that's pretty simple. Once you do that, you hit confirm when you select what you want, and you just go kill stuff. This will level as you do, and as you get experience, so there is no harm in doing this. It's just worth doing. It's going to make you more powerful. Just do it. Another thing we're going to look at is the pet prey system. So if you have a look here, all pets that are kind of green and blue and above will have nice little buffs when they're in a prey thing. So at the moment, my Naughty Cupid doll is giving me 10% agility just straight off the bat. So that's quite a lot extra. Now, it does vary depending on what it is. So we've got my Tunin, that's a caster strength and agility plus 6%. My dog, no idea. That says it's not translated. It probably endurance. Who knows? Another good thing about Prey is I haven't really used my Cupid at all. My maybe got it to level 8 by accident. As you get experience, so will anything that's in the Prey slot. Which, once again, very useful. You're going to get it up levels, you're going to get its bonuses. It's just worth doing, there's no harm in it. And battle, obviously, you'll get experience as it kills stuff and as you gain experience. But you will not get its prey bonus. You can get stuff occasionally at high levels, I've heard, where it can give you bonuses when it's out, but currently it's only its attack. Alright, so another thing we're going to quickly look at is the arcane box. Now, I was a bit stupid and I didn't save any greens for this, but we can still have a look. You can put blues, greens and all that in here. Here we go, here's a blue. So this will show you that you can make purple gear. This is a good way to make some pretty high level gear. So it shows that I need 5 boots. If you put all of one type in, so all light, it will make you a piece of light. If you mix and match, it's going to be random. You're not going to be able to tell what it is. You also need coral sand, which you'll get later on. I'll explain it. It's always going to be the lowest level item that you put in there. So if you have all level 55s and the level cap is 55 and you put a level 5 blue in there, you're only going to go level 5 purple out of there. So it's only really worth doing it on the same level or very similar, something that you know you're going to use. You can re-identify stuff. I don't recommend doing this on blues, but you can do it on purples or above, like these kind of yellowy golds. It's the same deal. You just put in one, put in some amber sand, and then it'll re-roll it for you. It can be quite expensive, but it doesn't hurt. Another thing we've got is disassembling it. This is how you get your coral and amber sand. Just put it in there, click on it, and then you can activate, and it'll pull it apart for you. So you've got things like your fashion transmog, so you can turn 5 whites into 1 green, and then you can turn 5 greens into 1 blue, and so on and so forth. There's quite a lot in here, and it is worth looking and seeing what you want. So just take your time, have a look, see what you want, and go for it. There's more dismantles here. You can do anything from purples to, well, greens and blues. I think you can even do the occasional white. Yep, there you go, there's a white. I only keep a limited stock of this on hand because I don't often decide to merge stuff together with the fusion, but once again, it's up to you. But it can be worth doing if you don't have some great gear. You can do this with potions. So where's my potions? So you can put them in here, and some will let you level them up. Apparently you can't if it's over level cap, apparently. Well, that's great to know. I never knew that before. That wasn't always the case because I purposely lost some before. You can do the same with power scrolls. You need 5 to 1, so you don't need to throw away all those level 30s that you may have been getting for no reason. You've got some stuff like this that you can merge and upgrade. So just have a look through. It's nearly always worth throwing an item in there and see what it can do. Worst case scenario, it does nothing. Best case scenario, hey, you get something cool out of it. One other thing that I'd like to show you is the archive. This lets you put stuff in there and stop taking up all the space in your inventory. So as you can see here, I've got a bunch of cosmetics. You can take them out by right clicking. And this is just a simple white. I don't want to have this in my inventory no more. It's taking up space. Click it, put it over to the archive, and done. It'll tell you how much you've got of each thing, and once again, it doesn't take up space. You can do quite a lot of things in here, so you've got all your yellows. So if it's a pretty cool item, put it in here. So there you go, there's an orange, there's your yellow, your golds. It's worth doing these just to take up less space. What are you going to do? Sell them for a couple of gold each? It's worth putting it in here, and it's great for achievements. I believe you can also use this on other characters on the same account. You can go into your archive and pull them out. And there's quite a lot of different stuff. So you've got mounts in here that you can put. So this is my original car, so I can use that on a lower level character. Pets, I don't have anything on there. And you can always unselect and see what stuff you can put in there. But I reckon that should probably cover everything here. If you have any questions, just feel free to leave it in the comments down below, or contact me on the Discord, since honestly, that's probably the only people that are going to see this.